Hey, good morning, team. It is a Wednesday. It's Wellness Wednesday. It's also the 1st of July of 2020. So today is day 3. Yesterday I talked about risk factors and I mentioned warning signs. And the link is down below that gives you more information about some of the risk factors and what you can do. And remembering to call 1-800-273-TALK. Remember, TALK is 8255, so it's right down the center. I recommend that you go ahead and take a second, pause the video, and program that into your phone. That call or that number is useful for not only if you may be having trouble, but if you think you may know somebody that's having trouble, or if you're a leader, a supervisor, or you just are somebody that cares, keep that number handy because you may come across somebody that you think you're out of your realm. Call that number and somebody there can help you with that. So today, one thing I wanted to mention were the myths. I believe it's a myth that if you ask somebody if they're thinking about committing suicide, that they will commit suicide. And another one for the military members is that it will affect your security clearance. I can tell you as a G2, I never processed anybody that was seeking behavioral health, particularly on the early parts, the early portion. So if you're seeking health, don't worry about your security clearance. In fact, if you are worried about your security clearance, I encourage you to get help as early as possible before anything, before it becomes a much bigger problem that's much harder to handle. So I mentioned in the early part that my shoulder is still recovering. Yesterday it was starting to get a little bit sore. So what I'm going to do today are squats. So let's see if I can figure out a place to set this up. Adjust that a little bit more. Okay, team, so let's do 22 squats today to help get after suicide. And one more for that warrior in the sky. Okay, team, come on. Let's get after this. Let's get way to the left of this. If you feel like you're having any troubles, get help early. And if you see somebody that just doesn't seem right, engage that person. Ask them, how are they doing? You never know. You might be able to help. All right, team, let's get after this. 2-2.